Welcome back, lovers. I want to teach you how I make this purse. So these folded parts and the curve, everything. So we'll start from the folded part. That's where we're starting from. So the measurement is 12.5 centimeter. I use centimeter all through. I didn't use inches. Please note that. So 12.5 centimeter. So I'm going to mark that. Then from that 12.5 centimeter, you take 1.8 centimeter and roll it out straight. So 1.8 centimeter, you roll it out straight. So then you take it down like a slant, not straight downward though. It's going to be kind of slant. So you give it 3.3 centimeter, 3.3 centimeter. So you connect the line together. Yes, you connect the lines 3.3 centimeter. Then from that 3.3 centimeter, you're going to draw a line of 12.2 centimeter. But before then, just get where it stops at the front and mark it. We're going to get an imaginary curve of 22.25 centimeter. So this one is, let's get an imaginary curve of 22.25 centimeter. Then before we know where to rule our 12.2 centimeter. So this curve I'm just sketching out, we'll measure it to see where 22.25 centimeter stops. To see where 22.25 centimeter stops. So you know it's a curve. I couldn't use the ruler, so I have to use tape measure to do that. So you should do the same thing as well. So now I'm going to use my ruler to connect where my 22.5 centimeter stops to where my 3.3 centimeter is. So that's the line I'll be using. So this line is 2.2 centimeter. So that's all. That was how I made the pattern of that purse, and this is what I will use to cut out my pattern before making that purse. So the next thing now is to cut it out. I'm just trying to label everything, but didn't know that it won't be showing that much. See, it's not really showing, but I tried to label it for you to see it. All you need to do now is to cut out the pattern. Just carefully cut it out, exactly the measurement. You don't have to add allowance. You cut it exactly the measurement. You see how carefully I'm doing that to make sure I don't destroy my pattern or add to it. So this is how it's going to be. So you just place it, put your material on fold while cutting. That's it. Now that we're done with the pattern, you place it on the whatever you want to use, whether either leather or fabric. So I'm using this very light and flexible leather, and I'll place it on it like so after folding it into two. So the side of 12.5 is where I will place on the folded area. So I'm just going to cut it out exactly the way it is. I think we can do this on our own. First of all, cut the 1.8 centimeter, then 3.3 centimeter, then the last one we measured, which was 12.2 centimeter. Then you go and take the curve of 22.25 centimeter. So that's it. Our purse pattern is ready. The next thing is to go to our sewing machine and bring the design out. And don't forget to add your lining if you wish to. It's not compulsory, but if you choose to. So I'm going to be adding a lining to this particular purse, and I'm going to cut that off camera. I'll just make it a bit bigger than the leather. So you too, if you want to add lining, just place your pattern like this, your leather like this on the lining and cut it out. So this is how we're going to sew it, and this is how the purse is going to come out. So it's very simple. Try and practice it, you will like it. So this was how I fixed the zipper. I first of all fixed my zipper on my leather. I'm really used to doing this, but you can choose to do yours once by pinning it down. It will help you. So we're only using one-sided zip. So I'm done fixing my zipper. We're using just one-sided zip. Remember what I just said. So when you are doing this, preferably you cut two patterns so that the other side of the zip will not waste. You make it two. So you use the remaining zipper, the other side of the zipper, to make another purse. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We're only using one-sided zip. You know, when you split zip into, you can split zip into two. So that one of the two is what we are using. That's what I mean. So you see how it come out. I fixed my lining and my zipper. Let me turn it out for you to see. I'm also going to top stitch. I didn't spend more time here because you already know how to fix lining and zipper. This is not the first time we are doing this. So this leather is a very durable leather. It's elastic, it's thick on machine, but it lasts long. Its quality is very is guaranteed. So I'm just going to top stitch, and while top stitching, I want the lining to relax and the leather to relax so that it doesn't interfere with my zipper. So when you're top stitching this type of leather, make sure you use oil. So right now I'm done top stitching it. I have to trim off all my unwanted thread. This next thing is to fix the zipper head or zip runner, whichever you choose to call it. So I just want to make it equal so that my zipper can get to the end. So you see why we're using only one-sided zip. So when you fold it, you first of all fix your zipper before you join. You turn the inside out and join. So I'm just going to fix my zipper. So after fixing the zipper, you turn it inside out. Turn the inside outside. So after this, after turning the inside out like this, just trying to stretch everything out so I can see what I'm doing. So you see how neatly the inside look. Even the zipper arena, you see how neat it look. So the next thing is to sew this space down. That is the area of 12.2 centimeter. You sew it down. Our zipper was placed on the area of 22.25 centimeter. So I'm now sewing the area of 12.2 centimeter rather. So you sew it down. You can choose to tape it after sewing, but I didn't tape mine. I actually had intention of doing that, but I was so busy that day. I had a lot of things to do, so I couldn't tape it. Now the next thing, you fold the 3.3 centimeter together with the 1.8 centimeter like this and sew it. So that will give it a seat. It will give the purse a seat, a beautiful shape on a seat. So our purse is ready. Tell me you can't make 100 of these a day. You can actually make them as far as you have cut it down. Very easy to use for souvenir and very affordable. So that was how this purse was made. I know you like it. Practice it and let me see what you did. I actually want to see the first person to get it correctly on the general group. I want to see the first person that got this correctly.